Cultivation, WN, Chapter 36, Mission Hall. Another 2 days passed in the blink of an eye, yet neither Su Yang nor Lan Liqing came out of the room. This got the disciples downstairs worried. What if something went wrong with the treatment? Master said that it should take 2 days, yet it has already been 3 days since she locked herself in her room treating Su Yang. If there was only something we can do to help them, but alas. The disciples had continuously talked about Su Yang without stop for the last 3 days, nearly causing Xiao to go crazy. Su Yang this, Su Yang that, I am sick of hearing his name. Xiao stood up and stormed out of the building. Her apprentice sisters watched her leave with a bitter smile. They didn't know what to do or what to say to her. I guess we have been a bit too obsessed with Su Yang lately. But I can't help it, just his presence here makes my heart throb twice as fast as normal. Ha. They all sighed simultaneously. It was at this moment footsteps coming from the staircase resounded, causing everybody to unconsciously turn to look at that direction. What's with all the sighing? Su Yang appeared from the staircase with a refreshing smile on his face. Su Yang, you are fine. The disciples felt great relief when they saw his face. Why wouldn't I be fine? Su Yang asked them with a slightly puzzled expression. His puzzled face made the disciples feel as though there was something wrong. But you have been in a life or death condition for the past few days, right? They asked him with suspicious gazes. Su Yang instantly realized what they were talking about once they mentioned his condition, and he laughed out loud. Oh, that. Elder Lan did an excellent job treating me. It was so good that the entire treatment was more pleasurable than painful. Is that so? Although they didn't know what it was about Su Yang that has changed, they were able to sense that something about him was drastically different, almost as though he was a different being entirely. I must have caused you all some trouble by being here. I will definitely return this debt one day. No way, there's no need for you to be so humble, Su Yang. We already see you as someone a part of our medicine hall, in other words, our family. Su Yang smiled and said, then how about this? When you come to me for your next treatment, it'll be free of cost. I will even allow you to request for any type of treatment you want. When the girls heard his suggestion, their eyes widened with happiness. Really? Then I won't be humble the next time I see you. Then, until next time. He nodded. And before he walked out the door, he said to them, right, Elder Lan overexerted herself from treating me and had asked me to tell you all to not bother her for a few more days. After leaving the medicine hall with a refreshing feeling, Su Yang went directly to the mission hall. My cultivation has gone up an entire realm after only 3 days of cultivating. It will surely attract unwanted attention and bring countless trouble if the sect learns of it. I should accept a few missions just so I can have a few excuses when they question me. Su Yang knew that he wouldn't be able to hide his real cultivation base in heaven defying growth from the sect forever and that it will be revealed sooner or later. In order to make sure that they wouldn't ask too many questions when the time comes, he has decided to make a few preparations. The mission hall was a building where disciples and elders alike go to request for missions given to the sect by the outside world. These missions are very important to the sect as they improve the sect's reputation within the cultivation world and gain more trust from those who gave them the missions in the first place. Inside the mission hall, there were many outer court disciples walking around while looking at the hundreds of scrolls that were pinned onto the wall. The missions were all organized into different sections depending on the contents on the mission. For example, missions that required hunting would be in the hunting section and missions that required disciples to do trivial matters such as cleaning would be in the miscellaneous section. Su Yang casually walked up to a random mission at the hunting section and tore it off the wall without even looking at it. He then walked to the front desk to get his mission recorded by a sect elder. Hunting lightning cats by the Thunder Valley? When the elder in charge of recording missions saw the mission Su Yang accepted, he looked at him with a surprised expression. You want to accept this? Lightning cats are usually around the 8th level and the 9th level of the elementary spirit realm, and their lightning quick speed makes it hard for even inner courts disciples to deal with. Not to mention the dangerous environment at the Lightning Valley. Are you sure you want to accept this? What is your cultivation base at? Profound Spirit Realm 1st level, said Su Yang who was lying with a nonchalant face. You are in the Profound Spirit Realm? But you are still an outer court disciple? The elder looked at him with even more surprise. I plan on taking the exam for the inner court once I solidify my foundation from this mission. I have only recently had a breakthrough, so my cultivation base is currently still unstable. Su Yang's clear voice and smooth talking did not arouse any suspicion within the elder, almost as though he was used to talking fart. The elder silently looked at him for another moment before nodding. Very well. I wish you the best of luck. Do not push yourself if you are in danger. We cannot afford to lose a future inner court disciple such as yourself. Your name? The elder then asked him. Su Yang. Su Yang? The elder had a feeling that he has heard of the name before, but he wasn't able to remember where or when he had heard it from. There, you are good to go, he said after writing Su Yang in the logbook. Thank you. Su Yang bowed to him before casually walking out of the mission hall.